Hey folks, welcome back. Triple Crown here, coming to you from Vancouver, British Columbia. This is Operation Dark Winter, round 5 for the CCP and Russia. Want to do a quick shout out to Captain G, who has done a masterful 1-2-3 punch with Italy, Germany, and Japan all simultaneously attacking North America one after the other. And Hilltop and myself have never seen a strategy, at least I haven't, like this before, but we are going to try to respond. So CCP, 8 IPP to spend, spending 6, saving 2. These purple chips represent infantry to try and clean up the board. And I like to have my chip colors matching the units in case you didn't know. There you go, now you know. So currently the Japanese forces are headed south here to Shantung. So there's one CCP in Shanxi. He is going to be joined by 2 infantry and 1 artillery coming from Yunnan, and 1 cavalry coming down from Delane, and 8 infantry joining, also coming from Delane. And that is where we are also going to be placing our 2 newly purchased infantry. So I'm actually going to chip. That's 1, 2, 2, 3. I'll put a 5 chip. So that is going to be 13 infantry, CCP infantry in Shanxi, 1 cavalry, and 1 artillery. The CCP has 6 on the tracker, a bonus of 2 NO for controlling Novosibirsk, and Russia being at war with Japan, and they save 2, so they are going to have 10 going into round 6, which they would trade happily for North America back out of Axis control. Russia, 55 to spending, actually, you know what, let's, that's fine, that's what we're going to do. Saving $1, purchasing 1 KV2, 2 light armor, 2 guards, and 9 regular infantry. 3 battles to declare. Only 1 needs to have dice rolled, so we'll go over here first. 1 paratrooper from Manchuria is walking down to Korea. 1 infantry from Delane is walking into Peking. Now, I thought the CCP were going to blitz their cavalry through, but because there is an air base here, or naval base here, the unit has to stay behind, so the Russians are going to decide to give it to the Russians instead, because they cannot blitz through 2 if there is a facility or facility present. So 1 infantry coming from Delane down into Peking, and we'll get the rest of non-combat moves later, but nothing crazy here is happening. We've got an attack for Karelia. We've got 1 infantry coming from Molovsk and 1 infantry coming from Novgorod. There's attacking the 1 infantry in Karelia. That attack will be supported by all of the aircraft coming from Moscow that will have 3 left in their fuel gauge. So we are going to roll some dice. There we go. So we've got 2 at 2, 4 at 5, and 1 at 7. And we will say the black dice is the defending infantry at a 4 or less. We've got 2 at 2, 4 at 5, 1 at 7, and defending is 8. And of course they scored a hit. So we lose 1. We had a whole bunch of hits, so we lose an infantry, they lose an infantry. We get Karelia back, which Russia needs all the money that it can muster. So we'll get this out of the way. pan over here. The aircraft are going to land back in Moscow. Sorry for moving this around before I forget. These two guys from Iran are going to move up. Before I forget this, these guys behind, so these two light armor and a mech pulling an artillery are going to drive to Moscow. We've got one infantry coming from Orly Kursk into Smolensk. The artillery is going to go into Orly Kursk from Smolensk. One infantry coming from Moscow into Western Russia. One infantry coming from Novgorod or from Moscow into Novgorod. We have five guards coming from Moscow into Orly Kursk. And we have 4 infantry coming from Moscow into Orly Kursk. So we're just chipping stuff out. These units are all in Moscow. So we're going to place units now. Actually, so yeah, 3 infantry from Kharkov are going into Orly Kursk. 3 infantry from Stalingrad are going into Kharkov. And placement of no units. 1 KV2 is going into Moscow. 2 medium tanks are going into Moscow. 2 guards are going into Moscow, which will allow us to place. We've placed 3 tanks and 5 more infantry in Moscow. Uh, 3 infantry will be placed in Stalingrad. And 1 infantry will be placed in Novosibirsk. And we'll do the non-coms over here if you allow that. Sorry, folks. The 1 infantry in Sichuan is going to go to Kwaichao. The light armor is going to go 2 spaces to Hainan. Sorry, not 2 spaces to Shenxi. Yeah, that's right, Shenxi. The tank, instead of going to Hainan, I went there. Air transport is going from Yan'an into Shenxi. Air transport is going into Shenxi. And it's going to bring 1 infantry with them. Is that what I want to do? Yes. Three light tanks or medium tanks from Delaine are going to go into Shenxi. Do you know what? They're all going to go into all this stuff that I just moved is all just going to go into Shenxi. Sorry about that, folks. So the only thing that's going to go into Shenxi is this tank. Everything else is going to go into Delaine. So 7 infantry, 2 artillery, 3 medium tanks, 2 air transports are all going there. From Manchuria, the tank destroyer is also joining them. And from Amur, the AAA is going into Vladivostok with the artillery, and 1 infantry from Amur is going to go to Manchuria. Do I want to do that? Yeah, no, actually, the artillery and the AAA are going to stay up here. No, they're going to go here. That's better. That's better. Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right, now Russia's income. They're down 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. They're down 6 on the tracker, so some 48 to 42. They are up 6 over here, so they're back up to 48. And they have 11 and NO bonuses, 5 for the Middle East, and 6 for controlling any 2 of Archangel, Leningrad, and Moscow. And can't remember what other city. At war with Germany, Italy, and controls any 2 of Leningrad, Stalingrad, or Archangel. So that is 48, 49, so 50 IPP. That seemed, oh, 49, 59, 60 IPP going into round 6 for Russia. Sorry for all the confusion, folks. And I'm not very good at thinking on camera. All right, there we go. That is it.